Before ladies and gentlemen, I just would like to remind you once again, of course, that we are asking everybody to retain your social distance, and should you wish to use the carrot, tell us to go. Thank you very much.
The code to your phone, yeah. You send the code to Brian Kelly?
Off at the...
Yeah, he will, yeah. Cheers. Call it back to him.
No, we're on now. So, Fáilte go léir, we are all live on the Ideal Bathrooms Meath JTV. We're just letting the final preparations, about 5 minutes to throw in here in Partholchin in the LMFM 2020 Minor Hurling Championship Final. It's Kieran Flynn, County PRO. I'm going to be on camera and comms, and I'm joined by former Meath Hurling Committee Chairperson John Brennan and Ratoath Underage Chairman, and John's involved with the Meath Under 20 Hurling team as well this year. So we have a knowledgeable man beside him. We were checking with Trim, didn't have anyone available to do the commentary with us, so I've told John to be on his best behaviour now, not to be biased with Ratoath too badly, and if he does, I'll just pretend I'm from Trim for one day, which might pain a Kilmessa man to say. But John, you're more than welcome to be on the Ideal Bathrooms Meath JTV. What's your expectations for the game today?
Expect it to be a good open game. Two fairly good teams. They have met often over the last number of years. They're all underage, and they've always been close encounters of the good hurling kind. So wish both teams the very, very best of luck.
That's it, John. Just as you were talking there, just put the teams up in front of the lens here. There's two changes on the Trim team. Number 13, Ian Byrne, has been replaced with number 17, Sam Kennedy, and number 4, Cormac Doyle, is replaced with number 19, David Boyle. And the Ratoath team will line out as selected. So there are players to watch on the Ratoath team, John.
Players to watch would be Thomas Corbett, Liam Kelly, who are big stalwarts on the county minor football team this year. Also Liam Corbett, Sean Corbett and Donald Rogers, who are on the minor hurling team this year. They would be the core players that we would be having.
And then from the Trim, I've been asked, I think a few players, I think Josh Harris and Alan Costello, the 6 and 11, are ones to watch. And definitely Joey Cole, George Douglas and Dara Heffernan are 3 attacking players there to watch as well. So, as you said, John. Kieran Caulfield, of course, from the minor football team in the middle of the field, Ilarna Parker. So there's some great matchups potentially in this game. Which one do you think will be the most important one?
I'd say the midfield is going to determine how a lot of the game will be played. Although looking at Josh Harris and Liam Kelly, Josh Harris is centre forward for Trim, Liam Kelly centre back for Ratoath, will certainly be worth watching. They're two good, very, very good players, two guys with really go forward hurling in them. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, and just add a shout out to the referee today, Jared Smith from Boardsmill. He was unhappy man yesterday. His club were beaten in the Hanley's Clean Meals intermediate final, but Jared is a good referee. He's involved with the Cushionogue here in the county, and he's joined his match officials there. I think it's Martin Ennis from Longwood, Stephen Dowling O'Matney's and Richard Morris from Blackhall Gale. So Jared's a fit young man, well able to keep up with the play. So we'll be hoping that the game is played in good spirits, and I think both clubs are renowned for that, for very much fast-paced hurling. So it'll be interesting. I see Trim are sporting very much, it kind of looks like a Cork goalkeeper's jersey there as well. An interesting kit choice. There was no kit clashes today now. But again, this sets us up, obviously, the senior battle later as well, John. We'll probably touch on it in breaks. That a lot of those players on both senior teams had success at juvenile level, and it probably shows that these matches are very important for the development of your club.
Yeah, like over the years, like Trim have been probably the most successful at minor over the last 4 or 5 years. I think they've won 4 of the last minor championship finals. They're doing very, very well. Ratoath have been there or thereabouts, but they have the most of the players on both teams, as Kieran said, have come through from underage, have come through in Division 1 of the hurling leagues, and are credited to the clubs.
And definitely it's a busy day. Neil Cole is obviously managing Trim seniors as well as the minor says. Noel French just comments in Trim a boo. So we invite all collaboration here, and if you have anything to say or anything you'd like us to spot or talk about, please message in, comment under the feed. We're always, if there's any sound issues or picture issues, don't hesitate, get it into us ASAP. We should be loud enough. We're over here. Christian Harris, of course, is the selector with the Trim team. His scaffolding company have supplied this scaffold for us, so we were in prime location here. So again, we always encourage our patrons to support our local sponsors, the likes of LMFM. You're listening to them hopefully when you're not watching us, and the likes of Christian Harris. So we're just taking the lineup. It looks like we're playing the way the team's warmed up. Trim are shooting towards the hospital end from left to right as you watch it, and Ratoath are going to be shooting from the hospital end down towards the O'Mahony's. So hopefully you'll pick that up. Definitely customary, no one wants to throw in the first litter, John. That's always a tactic, I think, for the last 100 years. I think no one wants to lose the first ball.
No, true enough.
It's always the way. The referee always looking for the ball. So teams, normally when you're looking at the senior inter-county hurling, you see nearly a massive ruck around the middle of the field. Both teams are given massive space here, which is unusual to see in a hurling match. Hopefully it's not going to lack the intensity. I doubt it that it won't. So first ball up, Kieran Caulfield from Trim plays it across. Cole in the middle of the field. Ratoath bombarding out the centre half back, Liam Kelly. For the first inside pass, inside the full forward, Ty Carthy. Joey Cole, he's been tackled by 3 players. That's some great defending by the Ratoath defence. First shot is another great block and a great clearance. So John, first blood maybe to the Ratoath defence to get it out.
Definitely to the defence.
So just coming out. It's a tight game so far. The hurling hasn't been free flowing, but just feeling each other out. So here's Caulfield again. Chance of a shot here for Trim. It's the number 12, Dara Heffernan. Oh, what a score. Is it? No. Wide. Definitely some fast play to start off, John, from the Trim forwards.
Definitely for the Trim. Good defending for the Ratoath backs.
So good clearance down the wing. Douglas.
Caulfield is dominating midfield so far.
Absolutely, but for Ratoath, it's only starting. They'll come to grips with it. Comes down the field. Has it again though, does he?
Yes.
Isolation inside. James Foley. He's broken the tackle, James Foley. It's the first score for James Foley. So John, as you mentioned, Kieran Caulfield winning the battle early on in the middle of the field, and then brilliant play by James Foley to evade his defender. Will Ratoath have a chance? So it's a free in for the pull. That's what Jared Smith is called. And who's the free taker for Ratoath, John?
Donald Rogers for the forward.
So Donald Rogers, involved with the Meath minor hurling team this year. He is a good free taker now that you reminded me who it is. Straightforward enough effort, but that's only because these lads are so good at taking frees, isn't it?
That's it. Both teams have good free takers, which probably will play a part in how the match is going to fare out. Hopefully not too much of a part though.
No. As Rogers, he's a chance to lift. Oh, wide. So we've given a bit of a commentator's curse, which has been a big facet of the weekend. I think all sideline cuts I've mentioned and all the frees so far have nearly gone wide, so I probably should stop talking about how good these free takers are. Batted down well in the middle of the field. Ratoath centre forward Rogers has it, plays it across. Fraser plays it back to Rogers. Chance of a shot here. It's the number 13, Ronan Byrne. Dropped short though. The goalie dropped it though. Oh, wide. Well, 65, Finton Porter's called a 65. Just dangerous. The goalkeeper, Kyle Ennis, didn't just deal with it as best as he could now. And the goal to who got the chance of the goal?
Owen Drysdale, number 15.
Drysdale just had a chance. He probably will regret that decision later on. He probably could have flicked it up maybe, or was the pull the right option?
I think pull was the right option in that case. They would have no chance.
I think the 65 has been taken from 64.5 metres out, so maybe he's using every little advantage, Rogers. No mistake this end, and that's the first score for Ratoath from the 65 metre line or so. Donald Rogers. Kieran and Donald, are they brothers?
No.
No relation, just to confuse us here in the commentary box. Caulfield again, powerful in the middle of the field. Some good collisions. I think Dara Heffernan on the ball, trying to get it away from the... Going out for a sideline. So the sideline cut coming now from the Ratoath wing back. A massive facet of the game nowadays. The kind of the landscaping that goes into getting the chip like that. It's a fabulous skill though. Another sideline, is it?
as a sideline.
Martin Ennis from along with the linesman on the far side. He did well to call that because he was at the speed of the sliotar. Neely Cole protesting the decision. So probably a chance to score from here, would there be?
He should be able to cut it. Oh, and then he misses it.
But no, it's going to cause danger inside. Chance to evade the tackle. Some good play by Trim. It is Heffernan who clears it. Some good play. The chance though. The centre forward, Josh Harris. It's in the net. Josh Harris goal for Trim. Probably a speculative kind of ball up the field, but it just landed right for the Trim forwards, John.
Just landed right for him. Good run through and an excellent shot.
I think the number 5 for Ratoath, Will Lanigan, is getting a card here as well. I think it was for just hitting the man with the stick, or he got a note. But yeah, John, it was a fabulous goal.
A good across the keeper, made it very, very difficult for him to have any chance of saving it.
So the first blood has gone to the Trim forwards. Pushing the back. A real forward tackle, I think.
Yes, unfortunately.
Quick ball. It's an excellent ball in if he can deal with it. Some great play by James Foley. Foley shoots. He's going to drop in though. Oh, the full forward nearly had a tie, Carthy. Will it go? Will Carthy get it across to Heffernan? It's been blocked on the line. Oh, some great defending. I'm not sure this the Ratoath man who saved it. Can we see who it is, John?
Keaton Smith.
Keaton Smith defend on the line. Great stuff. Some excellent play. Full forward Corbett has it. Is it gone over the bar?
Over the bar.
Sean Corbett, what a score. That's a great, we'll say, return by Ratoath. Very easy when you can see the goal to put the head down, but to save on the line like that and to bring up the field is some excellent play, John.
Excellent save, excellent pass out, cross in, and a nice run by Sean Corbett to put it over the bar.
It's great stuff. Great catch in the middle of the field. Kelly plays it. Probably too far. Will it be elected to leave it out? The goalkeeper does. Ennis leaves it out. But an excellent score, and it just makes it a 2-point game here. 7.5 minutes gone. Just too far. Kieran Rogers has a chance. Just probably didn't do. He's lining the ball now, I think. Yeah, and Jared Smith agrees. It's going to be a free. Just didn't deal with it in the initial moments, and then probably a little nudge, probably, but still, when you don't deal with it,
needs to be dealt with rapidly in a case like that, and not let it bounce.
And Morris Finnegan just commenting, good luck, Trim. So good Trim support. We've about 176 people watching us at the moment. You're all welcome on the Ideal Bathrooms Media TV. This is a keenly contested minor final here at the minute. So definitely a chance of a score here for the Trim team. It is Joey Cole. Is it gone over the bar? And the single umpire, it's a great... Joey Cole is an excellent free taker. Just bounced through, danger here. If he gets it across, there's space here. There's some good defending though, forcing him back out. Some great defending, but it's dangerous in here. Good clearance by Trim. Back out to the middle of the field. There's a lot of space if Trim can get this to their hand. But some good defending again by Ratoath. So it's been a game of defending so far, John.
Definitely, but so far the two defences seem to be on top.
Isolation here as Foley has it. Some good defending though by Liam Corbett. Good defending by Liam Corbett. Just it's gone over the sideline though, here in the middle of the field.
Defending.
Stopped a goal, definitely.
Yeah.
But an awful lot of space. That's obviously a tactic Trimmer, isolating one inside forward the whole time, and only for probably the trust of Sean Corbett that he's going to be able to mark his man. It's dangerous to go man on man.
It is dangerous man on man because the Trim forwards are really skillful players and very fast, so they would have to be very trusting in their defence.
But they obviously want to win the midfield battle, which is definitely a keen contest so far. Bit of a chop across the body, yeah. The goalkeeper is going to come out, Ronan Kahidi. A lot of space here out in front of the number 10, Chris Haskins. There's Marie Fay, essentially watching from East Sussex, south of England. Best of luck to Trim. Mickey Fay. Didn't know we had that much Trim support over in East Sussex, but there's people watching always from around the world. You're more than welcome here in Páirc Tailteann. I don't know how bad the weather is in East Sussex. It couldn't be much worse, I'd say. You know, the weather's quite changed, which we mentioned. It has played a dramatic effect on conditions throughout the weekend. The team playing from right to left have usually benefited from the wind in the second half more so than the first. So Trim will be delighted to hear that trend. But as Don Rogers puts it over the bar. But the wind never won or lost a game for a team.
No, the wind has to win it, but teams have to get their tactics right on a day where there's a bit of wind blowing.
And that's probably why Ratoath probably are going man to man with the wind behind them. Nothing worse than seeing a sweeper playing with the gale force wind behind you.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Some great defending, and it's going to be a Trim ball. Speaking from a goalkeeper's point of view, sometimes you're delighted to see your forward, like your backs marking, but one turn of pace and there's a goal on.
Yeah.
So another great cut. Just a little bit too good nearly in this case. Okay, Rogers has it, he plays it in, that's an excellent pass.
Keane
Smith just doesn't get it up. Brian McMahon watching in Chicago, Ratoath the boo. I hope that's not Brian McMahon who's playing in the senior final later.
An uncle.
Yeah. I see the Clare flags, I thought that myself. Because that would be a major scandal now if Ryan went off the day of the final.
He's too good of a clubman to do that.
Yeah. Especially to announce it on Facebook would be a bit bad, I think. And Brian will be hoping to add his medal, of course. Didn't he captain the football team last year, did he? Or the 2020 football team, yeah. So
Brian captained the 2020 football team, he did.
Joey Cole has a chance to put this over the bar. Another good score. Just puts the goal difference now. There's 13 minutes played here in the LMFM minor hurling final of 2020. Trim lead by 3 points. Some good play. The Trim backs just dealing probably the better of the hurling at the moment. Rogers, he just probably chopped on the second goal. Yeah, Uncle is right. So John, you got that right. Your analysis has been spot on so far, on and off the pitch.
Yeah, it's a good battle in midfield, and both teams, none of them have dominated it yet.
This is Will Lanigan taking the free. Would he be shooting or will this be a pass?
This will be a shot.
Definitely shooting. Just to the left. It's a fair shot for a 17-year-old to hit from that direction. Oh, well, he'd be an 18-year-old now, I suppose.
Yeah, it should be going.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it. This is his last minor match.
Good ball in. Danger here, the full back, Harry Cottrell. Good player as well, Harry Cottrell.
Remember the county under 20 panel?
Josh Harris has it.
Another member of the under 20 panel.
He hit the number 17, got hurt there just for his own collision of his own man. Foley has it. Will Foley score? Wide. Disappointed effort, James Foley. He possibly had the beating of his man. He'll rue that maybe at the end of the game. The number 17 was Sam Kennedy, just got hit from his own man in the middle. Alan Costello. Again, it's just struggling to get it out of the ruck sometimes, both teams. Which is probably testament to the defending, as you see the tenacity of the Kieran Caulfield defence there, and it's an excellent turnover forced by Kieran Caulfield. Just showing his athleticism, that he strength and conditioning, etc., that he's got over the years.
Yeah.
Definitely, you try to avoid the county men if possible, but when you're in Division 1 final, that's hard done when there's so many of them.
They're hard done, yeah, it is. It's enough of them. There's a throw in as a result of a bit of
Argy-bargy
off the ball.
Danger here again. Well shepherded out. Good collision though. It looks like Costello, number 7, could get out. Or Cassidy, sorry. Possibly, it was actually the number 15. I think Foley just fell on top of him. I think they had the tackle.
Ratoath injured over there.
Is it number 6, Liam Kelly?
No, 6 over here.
No, so he's going to take the water break. That's a good decision by Jared Smith to take the water break when the person is receiving treatment. So it'll be a free here upon resumption. But an interesting game so far. Trim lead by 3 points, 1-3 at the water break. John,
Yeah,
what will they be saying in their huddle at this minute?
I suppose from the point, like, the defences are playing very well, both the defences. I think the forwards, particularly the Ratoath forwards, are going to have to step up a little bit, win more of their own ball coming through. They're not winning enough clean ball. They're being beaten to the ball. They're being beaten in one-to-one clashes by the Trim back. So that's where the difference between the two teams is at the moment.
And then when you juxtapose that and what will Neil Cole be saying over here, like the Mark Haskins, that's what you're thinking he might be saying in the. Yeah. But what's Neil Cole saying? Is it?
I'd say Neil will be saying just more of the same. His team are playing well. They're giving everything that they have. They have probably had 1 or 2 more chances that they could have taken. Certainly they had 1 goal chance, and they've had 1 or 2 point chances that they've driven wide. If they can make the best use of them, they could be more ahead. Yeah,
they'll probably be happy. They're leading by 3 points. The wind is not as strong as it has been in the other 2 days of hurling here, Friday and Saturday, but it still is a telling breeze. It's definitely going to have an impact on what you just do and what you decide to do. So, for example, will Lanigan take this and it'll probably be a pass potentially? Or
I'd say Will will take it, all right. But
he might even try and score a bit far, maybe.
Probably a bit far for him, but he'll certainly take it. Though the wind is behind him, so
instead of a 1, maybe
he'll be able to drop it in close enough to the goal.
It could cause danger. It's hard to know, as we're still just not sure which player is getting treatment for Ratoath. Sometimes it's hard to see the numbers on the Ratoath jersey with the yellow band around the back. So I think it was Owen McInerney, the cornerback. Oh no, it's not. He's standing up.
Liam Corbett.
It's Liam Corbett.
It looks like Liam Corbett more than Owen is there.
Yeah, sorry, it's the other one. Yeah, exactly. So it's Liam Corbett, I think. And that definitely could be a substitution.
That'll be a big loss.
Liam was on the minor hurling panel this year, wasn't he?
The minor hurling panel, he was.
You never like to see a player go off injured, but we know he's a tough young man. He'll be fighting to get back on the field if he can.
Yeah.
And if not, he'll be back hopefully another day out.
Definitely will.
Number 23, Sean Donnelly, replaces number 9, Kieran Rogers.
Oh, it's Kieran Rogers, sorry.
Well, Kieran Rogers is the one that's down as the play resumes.
He's the captain.
Disappointing. Still, Kieran Rogers is a good hurler too. Danger going in here. Some good defending though. A chance for the full forward to take a shot here, and he's blocked. Ty Carthy. And blocked down. That's some good play by Foley. Cassidy trying to get through the Trim number 7. Some scrappy play, but they're coming out with it. It is Liam Kelly, the centre half back. Plays it short to Donal Rogers. That's some great play to change the wing though.
Across the way, Keane Smith.
Keane Smith has a chance to break the tackle. Probably a great shoulder. Absolutely fabulous one by George Douglas. Corbett inside the full forward, but it goes... Oh, a frontal charge. It's a penalty, I'd say. Frontal charge inside the square. Jared's going to award... He's going to talk to his umpires, but if they're watching this live stream, there was a shoulder charge to the face inside the large rectangle. So we're just eagerly awaiting the decision, anticipating. And he has given it. That is definitely the correct decision. I'm not sure, was it Ronan Byrne or Owen Byrne? It was Ronan Byrne who was tackled. He definitely frontal charge inside the large rectangle, and that is a penalty puck. And Rogers will take it, the centre half forward.
Yellow for 17.
That's Sam Kennedy, number 17. Yeah. Possibly if he just got the shoulder a bit earlier, he'd probably trying to foul him outside the box, and he just got it ever so slightly late. So Donal Rogers has a chance to defeat Kyle Ennis in the trim goal. Oh, it's a brilliant one. It's a brilliant goal by Donal Rogers. An excellent, a valiant effort by Kyle Ennis. He dived full stretch across, but it was an absolutely brilliantly struck penalty, John.
Absolutely fantastic penalty. Could be showing us how to take proper penalties.
So this will definitely give Ratoath a bit of an impetus just after the water break. They were playing possibly the poorer of the two sides, but it's very much it's parity again. 1-3 apiece. Trying to get parity between the sides. It's hard got here today. Good hit. The chance for the full forward, Ty Carthy, to pass it across to Foley. Foley has a chance for a goal, and it's in the net. James Foley, the corner forward. That's a brilliantly worked goal. Possibly starting from Ty Carthy in the corner with a massive, robust shoulder. Got the ball, played across, and it's a tidy finish, John.
Very tidy finish. Certainly the full forward line for Trim are working much harder than the full forward line for Ratoath. That was a well worked goal.
An excellent game here for the neutrals and for all watching at home. There's over 220 watching at the moment on the Ideal Bathrooms Media TV. And what a game you're watching. Absolutely every possession counts in this game so far. Jared Smith has to throw it in. Too much bodies in there.
Too many bodies there.
30 years ago, I think there would have been a few sticks broke. I think it's a different kind of game now. It's all about lifting and striking.
Definitely different game now.
You're always told to go in hard and pulling them, but now you're told to get your back down and pick it up.
Yeah. It's
definitely a game focused on the skills, which is great to see. As it's thrown in. It's a chance for Ratoath to break. So again, good defending. Bit of a slap of the stick. It's a free, good call by the referee. Not a lot in it, but still just the slap of the stick is a free, John.
It is a free. It is a free. And they need to be careful of that. Both sides.
What's the score? Shane Levy's at. It's 2-3 to 1-3 for Trim after 21 minutes. As Kyle Ennis, the goalkeeper for Trim, is going to come out and take this on his own 45-metre line. Unsure of his range, possibly against that wind. I think the shot is out of the question, but I see a lot of the players for Trim are gone into kind of a spine formation straight up, so there's definitely going to be movement out to the corners and to the wing. But they've availed for no real tactic to it. They just hit straight down the middle. I was expecting more. That's a good strike. Number 8, Joey Cole, the captain. Great match, lads. Super advert for Meath Underage Hurling. That's Stephen Smith from Kildalkey. Part of the Meath PR committee. So that wasn't a planted comment, just for anyone that knows him. Stephen's a good volunteer with the Kildalkey club with hundreds of games a week, like many of the volunteers across the county. Kennedy has it. He's blocked down though by the number 15 Drysdale. Chance for Ben Fraser. He's hassling Joey Cole. Some good defending and tackling in there from both sides as Corbett struggled to pick up the ball. There's a wall of Ratoath defenders.
Triple defenders.
Absolutely. Well played across. Some great speed on the play as Josh Harris, the centre forward, is he shooting? It's just going to drop. Dangerous. Harris has a second attempt. It's a pass across. Well defended by the goalkeeper, Ronan Cothidi. A good clearance. That's brilliant catch though. Brilliant Liam Kelly. That's super speed breaking from the midfield. He's not passing this letter. He's shooting. He's going to score, is he? What a score. You're not going to see much better, as I think Luke Kelly's just telling the trim man how good a score it was. But definitely superb play by the goalkeeper. Cothidi got it out. Liam Kelly said, I'm catching this ball and I'm going to have to dominate this game. And that was unbelievable. Fabulous stuff, John.
Liam Kelly and Kieran Crawfield, who were teammates on the minor football team last year, having a fantastic battle in the middle of the field here.
But it just shows you the positive. When you play the game with such positivity, it's great to watch. The catch,
great,
and he just bombarded forward. He never looked like, in a good way, he didn't look up. He went for the goals.
If we see that in the an Ireland semi-final today between Kilkenny and Cork, they'll be talking about it for a long time. So this is what we need to see, more of this.
We just have a slight bit of treatment here.
George Douglas.
Number 10, George Douglas, is just getting a bit of treatment here. I'm not sure, was he injured in tackling there? I'm not sure.
Didn't see if what happened.
And Philip Lyons, Kildare does a great game so far, great commentary, so thanks very much. And then Mark Donnelly says, someone give Liam Kelly an all-star now. Well, he got an Electric Ireland one, I think, in the football, didn't he, already? So one is enough, I think, for 1 year.
Do it a few more.
Absolutely. Hopefully he keeps playing and gets one at the senior level. Yeah. We can only give man the match on this station. Sorry, we don't have the authority to go any higher. So we'll keep him in mind. Dangerous ball in though. Again, Carthy, the full forward, has the chance. Possibly a goal chance. Will the defender come or will he stay? He stays, and it's a great bit of defending by Liam Corbett. It's always a decision for a back to make. Do you rush the attacker or do you hold back?
Yeah, it was a good defending. Good. He held his ground.
Invited the shot.
Carthy took the shot and just straight into him. Blocked it out for 65.
Because I think if he went out, there was actually a man across. He could have batted it across and slapped it in.
Across, it would have been more of an open goal.
So wise decision by Corbett, showing a bit of wisdom beyond his age and his years. As Joey Cole, another man, he's taking a 64 and a half here, as I like to call it.
Yeah.
Is it gone? Paddy Foy from Clonagale is the umpire. He waves it wide. It's actually a great puck. It just evades Kieran Caulfield and gets to the Ratoath. Number 13, I think, Ronan Byrne. Number 10, Chris Haskins, I think, has it. Plays it across Drysdale. Ben Fraser, apologies.
Keane Smith.
Keane Smith has a chance of a shot. The cheers from the stand are great, and it's a point. What a score. Keane Smith, the number 8. Some fabulous scoring here. 25 minutes gone, 2-4, 10 points to Ratoath's 1-5-8. It looks like a Ratoath substitution here, John. The number 4 is going off, Owen McInerney. The number 16 is on. Not too often you see the number 16 worn by an outfield player. As the ball comes in, just past 6-5, it's an excellent puck out by Ennis. And now Cassery, number 7, has it. The two number 7s jostling for possession. Some great clearance play. That's some great exit play by the defenders of Ratoath. Corbett, the target man at full forward, just doesn't utilise the full bit of space he had. I think it's the centre back, Costello, just dispossessed. Oh, it's great in. Drysdale has a chance of a shot. It goes across to Corbett. Well defended by the goalkeeper, Kyle Ennis.
Slip at the wrong minute.
And it comes straight back out. Will it go back in by Liam Kelly? He goes for the short ball. Corbett has a chance to jab it up. Just to the left and wide for Corbett. Definitely a unique style with the hooped socks. He obviously got a different set than everyone else. He's gone for the unique look. Hope you don't get fined €200 for that, John, if they're watching up in the stand. Carthy going against Tim Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick possibly fouled. He did.
Pushing it back.
As you said, a little push can still be a big free. So just come up now. 28 minutes elapsed. It's 2-4 to Trim to 1-5 Ratoath. So it's just 2 points for Trim. Possibly Joey Cole will make it a 3-point lead. He just has a chance now to lift and strike. And Paddy Foy, the umpire, raises the white flag, and that's a 11-8 lead. So that's 3 points for Trim. It's a great game, John, though, for the neutrals and for the people watching from Trim and Ratoath.
It's a very, very good game. Very open, very, very skillful, fast and skillful, which is what you want in minor.
I said, as the Trim defenders come out, that's a great hook. Corbett has a chance, probably hit it slightly. Caulfield has a chance to get up, it doesn't come. It's a big swing by the centre half forward, Donald Rogers. Just wide, probably didn't have all the time he needed. Possibly could have used his left side, probably a bit of a distance to be hitting off the other side. Just took a while to wind it up. Ray Caulfield has it. Kieran Caulfield plays on his left side into the corner. A chance for Carthy. For Foley, James Foley, the corner forward. Not Carthy, the full forward. He doesn't need him in this instance because he's going to put it over himself. James Foley. Great duel in the corners for Trim and Ratoath up that end.
Great use of the ball from midfield in by Trim into bringing their corner forwards into play. Crossfield ball, which is what you really should be doing.
So excellent. There's a chance now for Ratoath to go up the other end. So just the one added minute. Ahane no made Brescia. Good play to Corbett. Corbett, whatever boots he's on him, he's slipping and sliding a lot. Possibly fouled. Yes, and Jared Smith agrees. Possibly the hands across him as he throws the shoulder into the fullback, Carrie Cottrell. He might have just lost his free if Jared Smith saw that.
He did. He lost the free for that.
Oh, again, we talked about this before, a bit of kind of pseudo machoism. There's no machoism when you lose the free, is it? When you try to lay the shoulder in a lad.
No. Nothing to be gained in that. That's the second time this has happened in the match, where there's been a bit of afters after a free has been given.
And pointless, because there was no malice in the tackle or anything, so I was only trying to lay down a physical marker. But it's no good when you lose a soft, an easy free probably for Rodgers to score. I think the talking is meant to be done on the scoreboard, John, I think. Great commentary, Shamie Harmon from Kildalkey. Lets us know. So, Ty Carthy's a chance. He sees the man to his left-hand side. It's the number 12, Dara Heffernan. Oh, just got in. Oh, it's a great save.
2 good saves.
Conheedy with a double save. James Foley trying to wrest the ball from him. That's an excellent bit of play by the goalkeeper. Whoa, that could be a major moment in the game, John.
That was some bit of play. Great defending by the goalkeeper on the full back there for Ratoath, and an absolutely Ronan Conheedy put his body in the line, saved the first one, took the second one in the body, managed to clear it out. Really good stuff.
Absolutely brilliant stuff. And if you give us a run through some of the top scorers, John.
Well, the score for Joey Cole has scored 4 points. For Trim, James Foley a goal and 2 points, and Josh Harris a goal. That's the scorers for Trim. And for Ratoath you have Donald Rogers with a goal and 2 points, the goal from a penalty, Sean Corbett with a point, and Keane Smith and Liam Kelly with a point each.
So it's been a bit of range of scores, which is good to see.
Range of scoring across the two teams. Probably on the balance of things, the Trim forwards have probably been shading it in comparison to the Ratoath forwards. The Ratoath backs are probably just about holding their own with them, whereas the Trim backs are beginning to dominate the Ratoath forwards.
Yeah, and someone just asked for the score. The half-time score is 2-6 to 1-5. So Trim with 12 points to Ratoath's 8, so a 4-point lead for Trim. So again, I asked you the question, we'll do it in reverse this time for Trim. What is Neil Cole's half-time messages for his team? You said at the water break it was just kind of to carry on, and they did play well in that second quarter.
I think there's not much that Trim need to do except carry on what they're doing. They have been doing really good all over the field. As I said, the forwards are probably of the better set of forwards. The midfield for both teams has been very, very even. There's been not a lot. Absolutely great clash between Kieran Caulfield for Trim and Liam Kelly for Ratoath. It's worth the entrance price on its own to see the two of them going at it. The Ratoath forwards, as I said at the water break, are going to have to up their game. They're just not winning that primary possession, and when the ball that they do win, they're not making the best use out of it.
Absolutely, just two comments come in there. One, yeah, we are streaming the senior final on Facebook as well, so same link as you're watching here. And Toshbay asked us to zoom in a bit more. We'll try our best. We just don't want to run into the thing where we lose the sliotar with too much zoom, so we'll try and balance that as best we can. But definitely then, when we ask you then, Joe, what do Ratoath need to do to get this 4-point lead down?
I think that, like I said, their forwards, particularly the likes of Sean Corbett, Donald Rogers, Chris Haskins, who are really good primary ball winners, need to win the primary ball and need to make use of it. If they can do that and make better use out of it than they're doing, it's there. There's nothing in it. 4 points in a hurling match is nothing.
No, it's actually in the modern hurling game it's nothing at all.
Nothing. And it is a good open game of hurling. There's some fantastic fielding, some fantastic passes from both teams. Probably a little bit nervous on both to start with, but they're settled into it now, and hopefully we'll see an excellent second half. And do you foresee any tactical changes? Will Ratoath go a bit more defensive against the wind, or will they stay the way they are? I don't know, to be perfectly honest with you.
Or maybe that's what would you do? Would you put someone back, do you think, if you were in that position? Yeah, it's a hard one because you're 4 points down, but you don't want to hemorrhage any more of a lead. So.
No, you don't. And if you put somebody back, you're actually diluting the effect of the forwards. And right now, I think they need the forwards up there winning their own ball. If they can stay man on man, I think they have they could do it, but they'll have to stay man on man. That's the way I would play it at the second half.
Yeah, it is a hard one. I think I kind of agree with you. I think sometimes it can be a default setting to put someone back against the wind. I'd like to see maybe man on man, see how you get on. I know sometimes a man might naturally kind of filter back when it's on, but I don't like to see people who stand maybe two sweepers back there in hurling. It's not a positive. You're going to struggle to take 4 points off Trim, but they're going to score themselves.
Yes, you are. You're going to struggle to get with a man missing. You're going to struggle to get 4 points back off them. Whereas if if the man up there, they have some hope of doing it. And is there any substitutes you think on either side that might cause any difficulty to come on? Anyone maybe to watch on the Ratoath team, especially that you know? There'll be John Fitzharris there, number 22, an excellent wing half, whether it's forwards or backs. Matthew Duggan, another good forward there, will contribute. Good high fielder, good long strike with the ball. Both of them can contribute a lot. The others they're good players. I don't know enough about the Trim substitutes to be able to say, who.
But there's no one really, I think, on either team really that would say playing poorly, which is good to see. There's no one that you'd say the curly finger is needed.
I think, unfortunately, Kieran Rogers to Ratoath will probably be a big thing because he's a good, solid midfielder. Although having said that, Sean Donnelly coming in is a more than ample replacement for him. Owen McInerney was struggling with the speed of the corner forward, particularly of James Foley, and I think probably a little bit unlucky to get called in. But Tim Fitzpatrick is a really tight defender and probably a little bit faster than.
Sometimes the day is not suitable for you.
Yeah.
Like if you see a corner back might be big and strong, but he doesn't like the fast forward, and he'd be great when the high ball's in, or a bit of a dirtier day maybe.
Owen would like the high ball in, and he'd be well able to field it or well able to clear it. But if he's on a faster player, he kind of struggles a little bit.
But that's why Mark Haskins he's been with this team since there were go games, so he's with them over 10 years. He knows them inside out.
He knows them in and out, and he knows them well, and he'll have them well set up, and they're well primed for this. So.
Mark was involved with the county set up this year as well.
Mark,
with the minors,
he was a selector with the county minor team, so he'd know the Trim lads as well, and he'd know who he needs to mark and who he. I haven't played Trim over the last 6 or 8 years, he'll know exactly what they're like.
No, they played a lot of Division 1 hurling.
They played Division 1 hurling, you know. And both teams have always been there or thereabouts, you know, semi-finals, finals against one another over the years. So it's, you know, it's no shock to see both of them teams here.
No, so Trim the first to break so far. Eileen Doherty says an excellent game so far, and we agree with you on that. It's been very entertaining for the neutral, and it's also been extremely entertaining if you're from either Ratoath or Trim. And of course we have a lot of people from the diaspora watching, so we've had a few people abroad tell us where they are. So if you're not in Ratoath or Trim and you want to tell us where you're watching from, we'd love to hear from you. It's kind of been a massive change obviously in the last 2 years, with streaming becoming a lot more prevalent at matches, and we're delighted to offer that service to you as much as we can. So Joseph O'Brien, the cultural officer, doing the mic. The first side has the music on. He just make sure the ref's not out yet. I think the cup on tay inside is probably just keeping his hands warm. Because it's strange conditions here. It's windy, but it's kind of warm. It's kind of, the wind is cold out in the stand, but we're up in the box here and it's quite pleasant.
Like if you're sheltered, it's very warm, but if you're out, you know, it's not warm if you're out in the open.
So again, I've seen this actually in all the games so far this weekend, where the players, because they don't have the use of the dressing rooms inside, they're quite eager to come back out and get going. But the referee is inside just getting he's getting refreshments inside, so he's availing of the facilities. And so Stephen Moriarty goes, cheers for the stream, lads. Trim man watching from a sunny Manchester up Trim, so it's sunny across the water. So we're just getting ourselves ready. The match officials are back out on the field. The pitch is in superb condition, as you can see from the camera. So we're trying a bit more zoom. Just if we lose the sliotar a bit more, you'll have to forgive us now. We don't have the full RT or TG cameras now. We'll try our best. So Ratoath substitution.
Number 22, John Harris comes in for number 7, Matthew.
So someone you envision coming on, John?
Exactly, yeah. I'm not so.
You said he was a wing back.
He's a good wing back, good fielder of the ball, good distributor. So, not surprised.
So it's 2-6 to 1-5. The game is just going to come back as Jared Smith gets ready to throw in this ball in the LMFM 2020 minor hurling final. So already starts with an absolute ferocious pace, as we have seen from the start. Some great defending on both teams, and it's really been a facet of the game. Nothing is left wanted from the defending aspect. It's great to see that intensity in young men like this. They're definitely a few names we can see we're going to be seeing playing senior hurling for the next few years.
I agree. We need to see plenty more of this if the senior team have any long-term aspirations of doing well.
So Carthy, he's defended well, but it's just lost in by number 16, Tim Fitzpatrick. So Dara Heffernan's going to take this sideline puck, or he's not. No, Foley's going to come across. That's James Foley, number 15. But his left again, the third man is going to come, Joey Cole. Definitely a man who can hit it with long range. And of course, as I said it, he just goes out with a whimper. Has it gone over the bar? George Douglas just left and wide. So the goalkeeper Conheedy plays it out. Just in the middle of the field. Great contest. Looks like it could be a trim ball. And it is. Puck out was decent. Just two players went for it. No player really got hold of it.
So didn't have the same length as it had in the first half. So
no.
The wind is playing a little bit. I'd say 15 to 20 metres shorter than it was in the first half.
So Joey Cole, the captain, has gone over to the far side of the field, just in front of that trophy. I think it's the Donnelly Cup from Kilmeston. I think is the minor, isn't it, John?
I think so.
I think so. I think it
that's
is.
what it's called.
Just gone to the and wide. So Ronan Byrne, he's evading Kieran Caulfield. Donald Rogers. Shawnee Corbett just doesn't get it to hand early. The fullback Cottrell, but Corbett gets it the second time of asking. He's been blocked though.
Brilliant block.
Number 10 Haskins comes over though. Number 8 Joey Cole, long ball into the corner. It's missed by Carthy. It's still staying on the field of play. He's been forced out. Finton Porter, the umpire, raises his hand. It is of 65. Some great hassling by Ty Carthy of Trim. Again, a slight nudge, but I think within the spirit of the game, definitely. Again, it's some probably Tim Fitzpatrick should have got it to hand a bit earlier.
Yeah, he should have got it up first time.
When you don't get up, you're more liable to lose possession like that.
Yeah.
Again, Joey Cole has taken that. He's probably even taken that half metre turned into a full metre at 64 metres out. You just hope it doesn't be the metre that just gets over the bar.
Over the bar, yeah.
So he doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. But it's a great score, Joey Cole. It's the first score of the half. Over here to the near side. Excellent play. The corner forward, Ronan Byrne. Just going to go.
Weak shot.
It's just not a great effort.
Great catch, great run, but a weak shot, unfortunately.
So it's a long one by Ennis. He's using all of the wind. All the way to the far D. Nearly 100 metres.
Certainly the wind, because the Trim puckouts are much longer than they were in the first half, and the Ratoath puckouts are shorter. You can see that difference.
So a lot of tidy play over here on the far side. Big hit by Kennedy of Trim. It's the sideline puck, the far side. Trim just playing slightly better hurling, John, at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. They're certainly more dominant at the moment in nearly all positions since the start of the second half.
Again, Trim, they've come out strong. There's 5 minutes gone. It's 2-7 to 1-5. The sideline cut has the possibility of going short. It's a good read though. Very well played by Keane Smith.
Good tackler. Well, good intervention.
And he put him on his backside, which is no harm. The number 5, Owen Ryan. Down the wing. It's gone to the number 11, Josh Harris. It's a great score by Josh Harris. So that hit by Smith has left the centre back Alan Costello a little worse for wear. Definitely no malice in it, just a good strong hit.
Strong man to man, shoulder to shoulder hit.
It's what all the youngsters are trained to do. You're allowed to hurt someone once it's within the rules. It's not the intention, but it can be the result.
Not the intention, yeah.
So it can be the result.
You need to be able to give it and take it. So,
yeah.
You know, it's...
It was a great hit, and it probably was a good decision to go short on the sideline cut. It just didn't realise that Smith was coming so fast behind him.
Yeah.
But it's a part of the game, just because the modern game's gone so fast with the skill and the stick work. People don't want to lose the physicality from Gaelic games either.
No, you don't, and they don't. It's you need to be able to do it no matter what. Like,
yeah.
Okay, the skills and the speed is actually lovely to watch, but you need to be able to take a good hit and to give a good hit.
But it's probably one of the largest the criticisms with inter-county hurling at the moment, that it is kind of a bit too not non-competitive, but we'll say physical.
Non-contact.
Yeah. That's because they probably can't catch each other.
Can't get close enough.
But I think Jared Smith is doing a good job out there in the middle. He's reffing it well. It's fair and it's even to both sides. Is that puck a gun? Oh, it's a good block.
Green Kelly.
The number 5 plays it, Will Lanigan. It's another good touch by the centre forward, Rogers. He's blocked it twice in succession. Free, and that's some good stuff by Donal Rogers. He hassled twice, got the ball, and he's got the free. Ratoath need to start scoring though. It's 2-8 to 1-5, 7 minutes gone. The longer the game goes with a large lead like that, it'll just mean Ratoath have a bigger and bigger task.
Bigger task to catch up, yeah.
So the win shouldn't be too much of a difficulty increase for Rogers. As I say that, he has gone to the left and wide.
Off the cross, off the upright.
Yeah, it's right. Maybe they misjudged
That's
with
a
the wind.
number of frees that unfortunately the Donal has missed today.
Harris has the ball, centre half forward for Trim. He's blocked though. Some good play. It's tidy, tight play by Ratoath. Plays it across. It looks like Ben Fraser. Good exit play then by Colin Casserly. It's intercepted well though by Kieran Caulfield. Caulfield has a chance to lift and strike with space in front of himself. Was well hassled though.
Tackle of Will Lanigan.
Will Lanigan did excellent there. Oh, just a little bit high. A little bit sloppy by Ratoath. They were not using the sliotar as best they can. Has a chance at some great defending. Ty Carthy is just stolen away from him as Corbett comes out, launches the ball into the forwards. Corbett has a chance here. Ronan Byrne, is it?
Ronan Byrne out to Smith.
Smith blocked excellently. The full-back, Cottrell. Some great defending by Cottrell. Will probably just run over the sideline, but he's exited the ball from the danger area. Some good defending by Trim.
Some very good defending by Trim there. Two excellent block downs and a decent enough clearance. Gone over the sideline now for a line ball for Ratoath.
And again, if Trim can kind of keep this pace of scoring up from both sides, they'll just slowly but surely kind of, we'll say, war of attrition and kind of get this game out. Ratoath need a bit more of a free-flowing game and to get the scoring quickly. It's a good hit. Not the place they want to be in that sideline as it goes over the aforementioned sideline. Richard Morris, Blackhall Gales, the linesman on the far side. And now Joey Cole, the captain, has the chance for the sideline cut just in front of the O'Neill sign in front of the dugout here in Páirc Tailteann. Just a slight intensity drop, we'll say, in the forwards. Both sets of forwards haven't really got up the field. The backs have just dominated this completely.
Certainly the second half so far, in the second half the backs have dominated it, you know.
Here's a chance for Foley. Oh, excellent by Foley. The hand is up for advantage. Will he need it? He won't. It's a great point by James Foley. Just, I think maybe they heard us up here just as soon as I called maybe into question the forward play. Foley says, I'm playing well, don't be questioning me. The number 10, George Douglas. A lot of space for Foley to go into. Definitely one of the contenders for man of the match so far. Corbett, good defending. It's gone out for a 65 right in that corner. So 65, as Therese O'Connor says, keep it up, Trim.
It's a 65 now, not 64.
As this man here in front of us is
Tell him, Davey.
integrated FAS is quality by Foley, absolutely. Foley's one of the best players on show so far. As one of the patrons here in front of us says, it's not a 64. So we called that earlier ourselves. So is he making him go in front of it? He is. Martin Ennis is not reprimanding the distance robbed.
I
There's an injury in the...
didn't see who came on there. 19 is gone. I didn't see who came on.
19 for Trim, is it?
He's gone. 19 is gone. He's gone.
David Boyle gone.
Yeah. I didn't see who came on.
So substitution number 19 has gone off for Trim, David Boyle. We just didn't see who came on, and we couldn't hear the announcement over the bit of discussions over dimensions here in front of us. If anyone watching heard it, please let us know, but we'll cop it now in a second. It's just a break in the play here, John. Ratoath really haven't done anything different, really. Since
the second half started, they haven't. They've played within themselves. They haven't, and as in the first half, the forwards are not winning enough of their own primary possession to make life hard for the Trim backs. Trim forwards actually have slowed down a bit,
Bar Foley, really.
Bar Foley, they have decreased their output as well. It's more of a game where it's been played in the middle 2/3 without actually ever any scoring. It's just up and down across between the 45 to the 45 roughly.
That's what we've kind of seen with the man-on-man as well. There is a lot of bodies in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Not so much sweepers, it's more kind of extra midfielders.
Yeah.
Siobhan Flaherty says, I'm here watching with Joey Cole and Harry Cottrell's granny. She's going to have a heart attack shortly. We'll just maybe ring someone and have them on standby, because it's some game here. Joey Cole has a chance. Off the crossbar, still in play. So blood sub.
11, Jack Harris is in replaced by number 18, Sean Holcomb.
So 18 is on temporarily. Josh Harris, obviously blood injury there, temporary substitution. But also one of the changes of the playing rules this year, if there's a suspected head injury, the referee can instruct the player to go off in the same vein as a blood sub would have been done in the past. So it could be a suspected head injury, or it may be a blood injury.
Be waiting for us.
Just behind the play, it's excellent by the number 4, Cormac Doyle. So he came on, it's a reverse of the pre-match change. So Cormac Doyle is on for number 19. His first interaction with the play. Oh, he just chopped him, yeah. I think so. The play wasn't on the ball, it was on the stick, and it's going to be a free. The chance now for Ratoath, the number 13, Ronan Byrne. He plays it across. Rogers has a chance for a point. He plays it to Corbett. A poor pass. Corbett had to bend down for possibly could have used the stick to flick it up. As Foley just seems to be everywhere when it comes to Trim. Slight nudge in the back. And then Harris is annoyed. He thinks that Corbett may have played him after the whistle. Didn't see that, John. I didn't see any afters.
There's no afters there. It was just, I think it was 2 pushes. A push initially on James Foley, and then another push on Josh Harris after by Liam Corbett.
So it's a chance here. I think Joey Cole will step up. Definitely know this. Neely Cole was obviously teaching the boys how to take frees, because Mikey's another excellent free taker as well. So there'll be some row in that house who's taking the frees, maybe for the Trim seniors in a few years' time.
Yeah, true enough.
You miss one and you won't get another look in for 6 months. Joey Cole has a chance to stick it over, which he does. No post to impede him this time. The lead just stretched. 16 minutes gone. 2-10 to 1-5 for Trim. An excellent catch. Corbett has it. Shawnee Corbett, chance for a shot on goal. And it is wide.
Oh.
Paddy Foy, great for building a bit of suspense there with the slow signal. Quick puck out.
Lovely puck out.
Some good defending in there, was it? A push in the back, they're calling. Possibly a soft free, but still at the same time, it was just in the back,
Yeah, it was behind him, and probably, could have gone another day, you probably could have got away with that.
But that's the definition of a soft free, is still a free,
Yes,
isn't it?
exactly.
As Enda Casey goes, go Trim.
Yeah.
Just in the ascendancy as the water break is due. 17 minutes played. Trim 210, which is 16 points to Ratoath's 8 points, 1-5. So 8-point lead by Trim. Possibly going to be a 9-point now after Joey Cole. And it is. It's over the bar. And the water break is coming, so possibly crisis now for Mark Haskins in the Ratoath huddle.
Yeah, it is. There's been no scores from Ratoath in the second half. No, I don't. Trim scoring rate has slowed down as well, but they have still scored 4 points. And they are certainly the dominant team at the moment.
And it's just Trim are really probably James Foley has been just excellent in there, but even the likes of Josh Harris, he's got an awful lot of ball in his hand. But I think it's actually like the backs and the midfield are just playing the ball in nicely. They're clearing it out, and it's excellent defensive play.
The Ratoath backs and midfield are allowing the Ratoath forwards and the midfield are allowing the Trim backs to put a lovely crossfield ball, a lovely low ball in front of the forwards, running onto it and making better use of it. They're either getting their own scores or they're getting fouled for it.
Richie Davis asked her, how do we go with the minor roll of honour? Yeah, the minor committee and the PR committee were working on that. There was an update. It was on the website there. It's been on social media. It was a massive kind of document together. So definitely check out our website. The minor hurling roll of honour is on it. But it's an ongoing process because we're trying to get back into the annals of history way back when 100 years ago, etc. But thanks for that comment, Richie. But definitely, as we stand in the minor roll of honour this year, at the moment, you'd have to say that Trim is nearly etched onto it.
I'd say it's very close, unless Ratoath can pull something serious out of the bag. It's going to be a Trim day.
15 minutes to get your 9 points, and that's just to get it to equality with them.
Yeah.
Trim have too many good forwards.
They're going to need goals, and up to date, Ratoath have not looked like scoring a goal. They got one from a penalty,
and the penalty was kind of poor defending because he was going nowhere.
Poor defending, and Trim they've scored 2 goals, and they've had at least 2, if not 3 other chances where the defender or the goalkeeper have made excellent saves. So they're looking far more likely to score a goal.
Definitely, but it still remained a very entertaining game.
It's a very entertaining
and it's been end to end because
both squads are giving it the full, so it's not as if one is completely dominant and the other has got out of it. They are Trim are the stronger team, but they're not.
Definitely, as Jamie Hackett goes, exactly, it's going to be a Trim day. Well, we can't comment on the senior. That could be a different ball game altogether. And then I think Richie Davis from Kildalkey says Kildalkey last won it in 1948, unfortunately, so he's not. That's fair back. And Paul Riley goes, that's Paul, Trim half back line playing well. We're told struggling to get past it. I think definitely there's a bit of a wall there's Paul.
Definitely is.
Paul's been involved in a lot of teams over the years. He knows exactly. And Patrick Husband says, come on Trim. So definitely the Trim support is there. Anne-Marie Dempsey watching with Owen Ryan's very proud granny and granddad Pat and Angela Ryan. And Ratoath need goals quickly. Integrated FPM says, very poor scoring return since 50. But that's excellent defending by Trim. As the number 10, Douglas has a chance to exit the play. He's just been deemed to overcarry. No, it's a high tackle. And I think that's a fair call. Just all the fouling of that too is just Ratoath are slightly getting tired, or the fatigue is kicking in, and the tackling is just not as good as it has been.
No, it's not. Definitely not. The level of tackling that they played in the first half has died off, and Trim's has.
Ennis is going for a shot here, is he?
He's going for a shot.
Oh, Foley. Free in. Is it inside the small rectangle? Or the large one even? Stephen Moriarty says Jamie Hackett will be singing Grace tonight if they win the minor and the senior, but hopefully we won't have to hear that on the stream. Finton Porter, the umpire, is talking to Jared Smith. Definitely a free, but the question is inside the large rectangle or not. What did you see, John? He's talking to the other umpire as well.
Hard to know from here whether it's inside or not. I mean, currently the player is lying in the small square, but that could be where he landed.
And if he was anyway clever, he would have rolled in there anyway to add an element of doubt.
Yeah.
The number 2, Liam Corbett, has been summoned. Of course, the inter-county rule doesn't apply here, but if it was a deliberate cynical foul, it'd be a penalty no matter where it was inside the 20. That only applies to inter-county.
Red card.
Red card. Is that a straight red, yeah?
Straight red.
He just get him for a strike across, so he'd be disappointed with that.
He will.
But it was outside the large rectangle because the players are on the line. So a chance for Joey Cole to add to his tally. And I've seen Nicky Horn do that for years with Clemess, and he launched it into the O'Mahonys as well. The youngsters behind the goals are frantically gone for the slither. We'll be doing well to see that slither ever again. An excellent catch though in the middle of the field. That is the full back, Tomas Corbett. Keane Smith. Oh no, it's Liam Kelly. And then Ratoath down to 14 players. They're going to struggle now. Trim have seemed to be everywhere anyway at the best of times. As James Foley has a chance now to evade the tackle. I think Tim Fitzpatrick.
And Chris Haskins.
Chris Haskins is the one that's marking him. Good block, but has it gone over the bar? A wonderful effort by Chris Haskins. A full-fledged dive across, but it wasn't enough to deny him. The stick was broken even in that effort. Some excellent defending, but unfortunately from the Ratoath perspective, the attacking is just too good. You can't do much more to tackle a man there than get the stick across him.
Chris done his best. He put in a good tackle, but just James Foley's having an excellent game at Cardiff Hour for Trim.
Or was it John Fitz? It might be John Fitzharris did the block, was it, or Haskins?
No, it was Haskins.
It was Haskins.
Back, yeah.
Number 18, Matthew Duggan. Number 15, Owen Dryhill.
So substitution on. Sean Corbin in the middle of the field now. Ratoath very much in this game, but they must score quickly. Some great play here on the sideline. The number 7, Casserly has it. Callum Casserly. That's some good tidy stick work. Plays it across. Oh, just missed by Harris. Coming out now. Ratoath.
Cleared by John Fitzharris.
Fitzharris clears it, it looks like. Ratoath see the play up the field. Tries to get to Sean Corbett. Doesn't do it. Caulfield has it. Long by Caulfield, but has he been blocked?
Partially blocked.
Could be more dangerous with the block. A bit of a ruck here, trying to get it out. It looks like Dara Heffernan is the one that got it out. Wide. Dara Heffernan did well to evade the upteen amount of players from his own team and the Ratoath team to get out of there, but just didn't do enough for the score as it goes straight over the sideline by the goalkeeper Conheady. So the short sideline. Chances of Cole, I think. No, it's not. It's number 5, Owen Ryan. As George Douglas has a chance. It's waved wide by Fintan Porter. Ratoath just struggling to get out of here now at the minute. An awful lot to do as Will Lanigan, the number 7, Callum Cashley's been on the ball a few times now in the last few moments.
He's probably playing as the free man now.
Possibly, yes.
Yeah.
But he's doing well because he's evading a awful lot of players. Just touched it on the ground. Quickly they need is the call from the Ratoath faithful here. Quick. I think he might have hurt his shoulder, Casserly, as he hit the ground. Again, the game is just fading away for Ratoath. Trim 2-13 to 1-5. Ratoath yet to score in this half. Is that right?
That's true, yeah. They haven't scored since half time. It's just the intensity. Trim have kept their intensity up and they have begun to dominate all over now. And the bit of breeze that was helping Ratoath in the first half is now against them, and they're finding it very, very difficult to compete. Yeah, and again, sometimes you can put the finger on one thing or the other and kind of shift blame, but ultimately Ratoath just haven't been able to match Trim's ferocity, and just their skill levels are just slightly better around the field, and
it's not a kind of a negative when you say that about
No,
Ratoath,
it's not.
because they're
No,
playing very well
they're
for
playing,
what
they're playing well. There's nobody letting the side down. It's just that
Trim
Trim are more skillful and more. They're playing a more intense game.
it can just happen to you. You just meet a team that's slightly better than you, and it's just
nothing. You know, and both teams are giving it everything. There's nothing.
the quality of the blocking and the scoring has been excellent.
It has been excellent. You know.
It's a great cut by Owen Ryan. So much time, Kieran Ennis. There's 25 minutes played. 2:13 to 1-5 after 25 minutes. There's the full forward, Ty Carthy. A lot of flicking. He has the ball though. Plays it across to George Douglas. And the cry of the Ratoath or the Trim faithful is a point. So 25 minutes and 15 seconds. It's 2:14, 20 points to Ratoath's 158. Sean Corbett is the target for the puck out. The secondary possession though is just not going Ratoath's direction at all. Trim seem to be getting all the breaking ball. But that's some physical play by Shawnee Corbett. Shawnee Corbett did well there. Didn't do well in the initial puck out, but since the ball hit the ground, tenacity was just on show as it goes deep into the box. Ratoath need a goal. A lot of moving parts in there though, and it's the number 2 comes out, Wes Gibbons. Plays it, Douglas has it, George Douglas. A long ball. Foley's out in front. James Foley, will he see his compatriot? He does. He sees Ty Carthy. Can Ty get the ball? He does. Will he shoot himself? He will. A poor effort. Abigail Douglas Wilkinson says, go on, George Douglas.
He had lots of options inside if he had put it across the square.
Some excellent play by Douglas to get it up the field, and by Carthy and by Foley. Just the shot wasn't the best, but Trim very much in the ascendancy. Another dangerous ball. James Foley has the first man to react. Did well though. The number 22, Harris, is it?
Yeah, John Harris. Good defending.
Good defending.
Good defending again by John Harris. Good clearance by John Fitzharris.
Yeah, he's played well since he's come on. Joey Cole, that's an excellent ball in. There's 2 injuries for the Trim team, so Jared Smith wisely stops the play to allow treatment. Peter Joseph Kelly, good luck. Neely, Joe, Mikey and the Trim teams there from Nanny Sheila's uncles and aunties in Beliver. But there's 27 and a half minutes gone, John. 2:14 to 1-5. It's all but over.
It's all but over at this stage. It's been like the first half was a much more open game, much tighter, and there was an excellent exchange of scores from both teams. Unfortunately, in the second half, it has been all Trim.
Callum Cassidy has been substituted for Trim. So number 18 is on as a permanent sub now. He was a temporary earlier, so Sean Halton replaces number 7, Callum Cassidy. And it's a free, but it's going to be indirect for Trim. Didn't travel the full 20 metres, but it doesn't matter. The Trim man, or the Ratoath man, took it immediately off him. Caulfield has a chance to play a direct ball in. That's an excellent pass. Unbelievable by, I think it is Joey Cole. Excellent score by Joey Cole. Straight over the black spot. No doubt about it. One of the better players, John, and I'd be asking you for a few nominees for the man of the match. And this. Caroline Walsh says, brilliant play by the Trim team. Good lads. But definitely, I'll be looking for 2 or 3 nominees from either team, and I'll be putting a lot of pressure on you to pick the ideal Bathrooms man of the match as well. I didn't tell you that before I asked you to do the job.
Well, there certainly have been a number of contenders on both sides, you know. Like it has been, certainly the first half was a good advertisement for the quality of hurling, minor underage hurling in Meath. Second half has died off a bit. Trim have been certainly the more dominant team, and they have I'd say at this stage, put this game to bed.
Absolutely. The defenders in Trim just never let up.
No, there's excellent defending by them.
Just never let up, and Ratoath just didn't get anything easy. Like even 1-5 in the first half wasn't a good return for the win they had, so
no.
The Trim defenders will be delighted with themselves. That's just blocked. It's gone out to the right hand side and wide.
Got it wide.
It's Ratoath still haven't scored yet, which is very disappointing for them.
It is.
Holt has a chance, plays it across. Oh, it's a great save by Conheedy. That's his third great save of the game. Dara Heffernan had a chance at goal, but Conheedy makes a great save. And only for him, this could be definitely a more bleaker sight for the Ratoath supporters.
Probably from Trim point of view, their disappointing has been that the shot selection when they do get through on goal has always made it easier for the goalkeeper. Had they had a different shot selection, could have been a much different game. But having said that, Conheedy has played excellent in the goals for Ratoath.
So I think there's might potentially more subs for Trim. I see paper changing hands. There's definitely not any notes of money or anything. We're not going to make any accusations like that. But definitely substitution slips have definitely exchanged hands. So there will be more subs for Trim. It's a good cut across. So Sean Mulrine is on, number 21. 17, Sam Kennedy. It's a chance, Liam Kelly, the centre half back. There's some great defending by Trim. They're just not letting up. Not even a sniff of a goal chance, really. Oh, I think the Ratoath pull might have been a bit unwarranted. There was contact with the body, John, was there? Hard to tell.
I think he got the ball first, but he probably got the body as well.
I'm not sure, was it number 11 Donald Rogers? I'm not sure who it was with the yellow helmet.
He got the ball. I think he got the ball first. He probably got.
Well, Richie Morris is over there. That's what I said earlier. That's what used to happen all the time. I think every time the ball hit the ground, that used to happen. He's talking to him. It wasn't Donald Rogers. It was number 23. That's Fitzharris, is it?
22, John Fitzharris.
Yellow card. Probably fair if there's careless use of the hurley. That's
23, Sean Donnelly.
Sean Donnelly.
I think his saving grace was that he hit the ball first.
Yeah.
And then got the man with the ball. It was a bit too wild.
Wide ball.
Okay.
So John, I'm going to ask you, it's just going to be blowing up here. Cavardicus Taha Trim, but I want you, just on the Ratoath team, if you can give me one or two nominees for the man of the match from the Ratoath side first.
Well, certainly Conheedy, Ronan Conheedy in goals has made some 3 or 4 really excellent saves. His puck outs were long and in general were on the mark where they were supposed to go. Liam Kelly had an excellent game midfield. Certainly himself, the tussle between himself and Kieran Caulfield was worth the entrance fee on its own. And Donald Rogers, while he wasn't fantastic at it, his free taking was off. He certainly put his all into it for the match.
Absolutely. So 3 good nominees for Tottenham. What about your 3 or so nominees from Trim?
It was Joey Cole midfield, particularly for his all-round play, but particularly for his free taking. He scored 9 points overall in the match, which is an excellent return. Most of them were from frees, but still there was 1 or 2 from play. Josh Harris at number 11 again contributed massively to it. He scored a goal and a point in the first half, nothing in the second half, but certainly scored a goal and a point. And James Foley at corner forward scored a goal and 4 points over the match. Really all-round display.
So John, if I put you back on the spot then, so for the ideal Bathrooms man of the match, which player are you going to pick?
I think from his all-round display and his contribution to the thing, number 15 James Foley for Trim.
Brilliant, yeah. James Foley, he was a terror at times, and he just couldn't be stopped. And he seemed to be, whenever there was an outlet needed, he just seemed, the hoop socks and the fast legs were moving, and he just couldn't be stopped. So Cavardicus to James Foley for Trim. He is our ideal Bathrooms man of the match. So we're going to zoom in on the presentation. That pretty much concludes our coverage. We're obviously going to stay live for the presentation. And then on this link, you can come back and watch the senior final. We will finish the stream and we will set up a new one then on the Facebook page closer to time. So that concludes our broadcast. So we'll stay live just for the presentation, and thanks for watching.
I call it because we have the winning captains in. I'd like to welcome you all here today and congratulate both teams on a magnificent display of hurling. To a brave Ratoath team, you're a credit to your club. You fought very hard to the very end, and there's no doubt you have many great days ahead of you in the Ratoath jerseys. So well done to you. To the victorious Trim team, I congratulate you on a magnificent display, and I wish you all very well in the future. I know some of you will be playing minor again this year, and I know some of you will be playing adult hurling also, and I wish you all the very best. We've waited a long number of months to play this game, and we were rewarded with an excellent game of hurling. I'd like to thank our sponsors, LMFM, and I'm delighted to have Brendan Cummins here, a face and voice familiar for everyone in the PGA circle on behalf of LMFM. I'd also like to thank our officials who managed the game very well. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome the Trim captain, the victorious Trim captain, and present the cup to him.
I'd like to thank the boys who keep the system very good. I'd like to thank Lee, Mark, Sai, Mike, and Chris, Chris, the whole year out for COVID and all. I'd like to thank the Rand, Gerard, for a great game. The nice to the umpires, the whole lot. I'd like to thank the coach for a good game. He's put up with the last couple of years, we got us there today now. I'd like to thank Mike and West for coming with. Did it well, it's fun, a great display there today. And I'd like to thank the sponsors today. And I'd like to wish seniors best of luck today in an hour or so. Hope you bring that home as well. And that's it. 3 games for a toast, isn't it? That's it.